Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nick from MMA Pixels here with Joe Lopez. He is the lightweight champion of 559 fights, and he will be taking on Philip Hattersley June 9th at 559 fights 65 for the lightweight, or defending his lightweight championship, and also going for the lightweight camo state title. How are you doing, Joel?
Hey, I'm doing good. And yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. I know the flight's, pretty much right around the corner. How's training camp going?
It's going pretty good so far.
Is there anything that you're doing differently working for Philip, or you just training camp as usual?
Not just pretty much the same thing. Just getting better overall. And then I know he's a wrestler, so just just pretty much getting my wrestling down a little bit better.
Right on. Did you bring anybody special in for the training camp, or is it just your normal training partners helping you for that wrestling?
My normal training camp, and then I have some high caliber wrestlers came in, and so that's going pretty good.
You want to name a few of them?
Yeah, one of them is Moses. The other one is Dylan, and then I just had some other guy named Josh McNeil come in.
And how often are you training?
Uh, like 5 times out of the week.
And then, so this is a full-time thing for you.
Yeah, I gotta give all I got.
So this is a pretty big matchup. I'm excited about it. Philip's actually the War FC lightweight champion as well. It's going to be for the state title. He's ranked number 4. You're ranked number 5. I'm really excited about this matchup. Your last fight, when you actually won the title, you got a TKO victory over Matt Reed at March 17th at 559 fights. Can you talk us through that fight?
Yeah, that fight. Yeah, it went by pretty fast. Um, that fight was. I probably say I had like the worst camp for that fight, and like everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and it just it surprised me how like I just came out with the victory in the first round.
What was some of the things that went wrong?
Well, all my training partners that I had for my fight in December, like they all started getting busy, so they weren't all showing up. So I had like hardly any training partners, and then I ended up getting injured, and then like a week before my fight, my boxing coach ended up he didn't show up, and then I ended up cutting like weight like late at night, and then I couldn't sleep the whole night, and so I pretty much didn't get no sleep for that whole fight.
So going through all that and then still getting the victory, did that say anything to yourself? Did you find out anything about yourself?
Yeah, I was pretty much surprised. Like I was it showed me a lot. Like no matter what, like I could just overcome anything.
You pretty much get to finish every fight, except for the fight before last. You got a unanimous decision. Did that play anything into it? Like, did you want to continue the streak of getting finishes?
That fight, I felt like I could have got the finish, but because I had like a year layoff, so I had like the thing that messed up was like my weight cut, and I ended up getting sick that day, and so I just felt like I could have performed better, and because I ended up uh I ended up getting sick. I started throwing up because I ate something wrong and I started throwing up, and I just felt like it hurt my performance. And then I felt I could have finished them, but he was a real tough opponent though.
Do you think you actually performed your best yet in the cage, or do you still think you have more to show?
I feel like I have a lot more to show.
You mentioned the long layoff. You didn't fight at all during 2016 and almost all of 2017. Can you let us know why?
I was just going through a lot, like mentally. Like I just got off like a real long relationship, and I had my first coach was going through some things, so he couldn't really train. So that kind of like stopped me from fighting. And I had my friend Chris, who he opened up a gym, and then he let me train there with him. So that was a blessing.
So even though you weren't competing, you were still actively training.
Yeah, I was still actively training. I would bounce around like because first I started training at a garage with my first coach, Jose Torres, and he was going through some things, so he couldn't really put his time and effort in me and to train me. So so I understood, and I had gone off a real long relationship, so that kind of so all that just kind of put into play. So but I still kept training. Like I would go from like garage to garage, and then that's when my friend Chris had opened up his own gym, and then he just blessed me with he said I could come in and train with him.
I know it was a little bit ago, but when you started training in that garage, did you ever think you would hold a title? Did you or actually compete for the state title?
Yeah, well, me and my coach will always talk about it. He will always tell me about we're gonna go out there and collect titles. We always talked about the 559 titles and then the Camel State title, and because I would train with I first started training with some beasts already, with Luis Heidegge, and he was like 10-1 in the amateurs. And I would also train with Chris Huerta. He had like a bunch of fights, and then I would train with one of my friends, Raul Estrada. He was a pro, and he was undefeated in the amateurs, and they were all good guys. So, and I was able to keep up with them. So I felt like I was able to get those titles.
Right. You're currently undefeated. You have the 559 fights title. You're going for the Camo State title. When do you think you're going to turn pro?
Uh, Either this fight or one more.
Is there anything you're looking for in this fight? Going back, say, okay, now I'm ready.
Is there what?
Is there anything like you said, maybe after this fight, what's going to determine that?
I'll probably if I win, I'll probably go pro.
Right on. Where can the fans connect with you on social media?
They could find me on Instagram, J underscore is it Lopez 559, I think. And then Facebook, just Joe Lopez. That's pretty much it.
All right. I appreciate your time. The lightweight champion, Joel Lopez, going for the Camo State title, June 9th, 559 fight, 65 Visalia Convention Center. See you guys there.